Hello viewers of YouTube. Now, as you can probably guess, I'm not recording this on Blue Friday, no. I'm recording this the day after Blue Friday. I did plan to record this video on Blue Friday, but I had a lot of stuff to do when I got back from school, and I couldn't really record it then. So I'm gonna record it now. We're gonna look past that, and we're gonna go straight into what I'm going to be doing. And if you didn't see my preparation video, then as what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about the theme of this week, which is anti-bullying week, and I'll be speaking to those who are being bullied, those who are bullies, and my thoughts on bullying itself. Now, let's begin with my message to those who are being bullied. Now, if I look at those who are being bullied, then I really do know. I don't think I know that they are going through a really tough time trying to deal with it. I mean, as you don't really just let somebody push you over and then just walk off the bruise on your leg or your bum or your shoulder. It's not really something that you do simply, especially if it's concrete. Anyway, so. And they're being pushed over or mentally insulted by words, not just physical, as they're being hurt for their race, their sex, their appearance, as the words that they say themselves, the way they speak, the things that they do, and the list just keeps on going on and on for reasons why people are bullied. And we all know that this list shouldn't be that big. In fact, the list shouldn't even exist at all. I mean, when has there ever been a good time to bully someone? And those who are being bullied, if they're trying to think of a way to cope, then, well, I can't really say anything mean to you because you're already going through a tough time, and I don't want to sound like a strict bossy person trying to tell you an audio of what to do and all that. But I have developed a few techniques that can help you cope with it. As the way that I look at somebody insulting somebody else, maybe they could just think of their insults as just a vague noise that just goes through one ear and then out the other. Like it doesn't go through one ear and then inside the brain and then just stays there for the rest of his or her life. It just goes right out. They don't pay any attention to it. Advising it is an insult, because you should definitely listen to what the people are saying. If it's a serious conversation and they're not trying to insult you, they're trying to actually help you. And if you are being bullied, then you can't just leave it to yourself. You gotta speak up and get help, because to be honest, it's you against a whole army of bullies. Even if it's one person, it still counts as a whole army, because as the bully can get his or her mates as to just come and help her, and that's something like one against. I'm not giving an approximate number, but I'm guessing about 3 or 4, as that's usually about how big bully groups are. So really, you should try and just even the odds out. Ask for a bit of help. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to make things worse. Just let other people help you. Because if you just keep on just lying on the bed begging for help and crying yourself to sleep, then if you don't really tell anybody else that you're suffering, then they can't help you. Then, as we're not psychic. I mean, if you know what I mean. And if you do that, then the bullies will go away. They won't bother you. And yeah. Now is now my message to to those who are bullies. Why are you doing this? Because you are literally, you could be destroying the lives of others. As if you're just trying to insult somebody, as by their race, their sex, or appearance, or anything else that I just listed before. Because the amount of things that you come up with as to try and insult somebody, to try and get them down. It's just relentless. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. And you could argue back to me is right down there in the comments. You could argue back to me is that you just I'm just expressing my opinions. So what if they don't like it? People have the right to express their opinions. Well, technically you do have a point there. People are allowed to express their opinions, but you're supposed to. Sometimes you have to bend the truth a little bit. I mean, so what if somebody walks into school and they got a bit of mud on their shoes, they smell a bit, as you find their appearance somehow funny. I don't find it funny, as I don't find other people who look different funny. I'm not laughing, so neither should you be. As we all know where bullying leads to. If somebody doesn't ask for help eventually, then the inevitable happens. If you don't know what I mean by inevitable, it means, well, they could kill themselves. You could kill them. Because I mean, I have heard millions of stories of people who are bullies. As they literally kick people to death, and they say it's all right, he deserves it. They do not deserve it. They don't. Because I could do something like I could not post this video onto YouTube, but I could not spread it across the internet for people to see. As I could just keep it right here, on my laptop memory, and I just couldn't say anything. I could just sit here and let people be hurt, both mentally and physically, from bullies. I could do all of that, but I'm not. As I am wanting to get people to listen to this. It's because we are in a very... Because around about this time this video is released, we're dealing with so much fear at the moment. And you all know what I mean. There's the attacks on France, as an ISIS and all that. We are in a very, very tough state to be feared, to be fearful. And yes, we should carry on with our daily lives. We shouldn't let France or ISIS not getting along with each other stop us from continuing our daily lives. But that doesn't mean that we have to forget it completely. We've got to. We've got to think. I'm not desperate to get other people to watch this. I don't want to force this onto anybody. And a lot of you people, you might not think that I'm the right person for the job, but I've only got 9 subscribers on my channel, and I've been doing this for like what? It's nearly a whole year. But it's not about how many subscribers you've got. It's not about whether people watch your video over 1,000 times. If a video is posted onto YouTube that asks you to listen, you watch it. And if you want to know, yes, I have experienced bullying myself. I have witnessed it myself. Not around, not this time and age, but when I was about younger. That's probably when everybody was kind of bullied, really. But ever since I've walked into high school, I've met so many amazing people. People who listen to me. There's people who actually smile at me. While they're not all perfect, the larger majority of people that I've met are genuinely really kind, and I just want to thank them for that. Thank you for just smiling to me. Thank you for saying something kind to me, because you have no idea what that means to me. I mean, even if you've just sat next to me during one lesson and you think that we're not proper friends because we only sit next to each other for like one lesson or so, or we've only spoken to each other once or only twice or three times, I still just want to say thank you. Well, I think I'm gonna end this video now because I think I've stuttered quite too much than I should do. So I hope you take this video into your mind and you think about bullying more, because really bullying needs to stop. Because we've been doing anti-bullying week every year for years now. We've taken so many stands, but bullies are just like a boomerang. They keep on coming back. We can't prevent the boomerang from coming back, but we need to try. So I'll see you for my next video. It will probably be released. It will probably be released at a date that I'll probably forget about, because you know what I'm like. So with that said, see ya.